That strange tingling in your fingers when you wake up in the morning? That feeling of weakness in your legs that makes you hesitate before taking the stairs? It is so easy to dismiss these things and tell yourself, well, I'm just getting older. But what if it's not? What if that feeling is actually your body's cry for help? What if it is a loud, flashing warning sign that your muscles and your nerves are being starved of one of their most essential building blocks, collagen? Today, we are going to teach you how to answer that call for help, not with expensive pills or powders, but with 8 rare and surprisingly powerful nuts. To guide us through this unique approach, we are so honored to have Dr. Shigeki Hinohara with us. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Ben. This is a very important way to begin. Your body is always communicating with you. A tingling sensation is a message. A feeling of weakness is a message. A joint that aches is a message. The solution is not to try and silence the message with a pain pill. The solution is to listen to the message and to provide the specific nutrients the body is asking for to repair its nerves and to rebuild its vital connective tissues.
And that is our exact mission today. To make this guide as practical as possible for everyone watching, we have organized these 8 powerful nuts into 3 functional categories based on how they help your body. First, we will cover the nerve soothers and protectors. These are nuts that are exceptional for calming that tingling and numbness. Second, we'll talk about the collagen and tissue builders. These are nuts that provide the direct materials for repair. And third, we will explore the circulation and regeneration boosters. These are rare nuts that help deliver the nutrients and send powerful healing signals. For each one, Dr. Hinohara will explain the benefits, and I will add the simple science of why it works. It is a true blessing to be able to understand this language of our bodies so we can be good stewards of the health we've been given. If you are ready to learn how to answer your body's cry for help, please type the number 1 in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and the information we are sharing today is truly unique and life-changing. That tingling sensation is such a common and frustrating complaint, doctor. So what is the first nut in this category that can help with this specific problem?
The first is a wonderful buttery nut that many people in America think of only as an expensive treat to have on vacation. It is the macadamia nut. Let me tell you about a patient of mine, Eleanor. She was a 74-year-old retired seamstress from here in the United States. Her greatest joy in life was quilting beautiful blankets for her grandchildren, but she came to me because she was developing a very frustrating pins and needles feeling in her fingertips. It was making it difficult for her to handle a needle and thread with the precision that she was so famous for in her family. She was deeply afraid that she was going to have to give up her lifelong beloved hobby. We looked closely at her diet and discovered it was very low in certain types of healthy fats. I asked her to add one simple thing to her daily routine: a small handful, just about 8 to 10 of raw, unsalted macadamia nuts each day as a mid-morning snack. She did this consistently. After about a month, she came back to my office. She told me the tingling had not vanished completely, but it was significantly better. She said with a smile, "I can feel the fabric under my fingers again." She had already started a new quilt for her newest grandchild.
That is a beautiful story, and the science behind why that worked for Eleanor is very specific and very exciting. Macadamia nuts are one of the world's richest sources of a very rare type of healthy fat called omega-7 fatty acids, specifically a compound called palmitoleic acid. This particular fat is a key component of the myelin sheath, which is the protective insulating layer that surrounds all of your nerve fibers. The tingling feeling that Eleanor was experiencing was a direct sign that this insulation was getting thin or damaged. The omega-7s in the macadamia nuts were providing the direct building blocks her body needed to help repair that protective nerve coating. And as the source material you provided points out, macadamia nuts also give the body two other crucial minerals for nerve health: copper, which helps the body produce the collagen that is part of the connective tissue around the nerves, and magnesium, which helps to calm the entire nervous system.
That is exactly right. And speaking of magnesium, our next nut in this category is perhaps the single richest source of it among all nuts. It is another rare but powerful nut from Southeast Asia called the pili nut.
Pili nuts are a true nutritional powerhouse for nerves. Their extremely high magnesium content is fantastic for calming an overactive nervous system, which can often be a source of that tingling or burning sensation. But they are also packed with thiamine, which is vitamin B1. Thiamine is absolutely essential for the nervous system to function correctly. It helps the body convert our food into usable energy for the nerve cells, and it plays a direct role in maintaining the health of those protective nerve coatings we just talked about. In fact, a deficiency in thiamine is a well-known cause of peripheral neuropathy or nerve damage.
Pili nuts have a very soft, buttery texture, even more so than macadamias. They are wonderful to eat on their own as a snack, or you can chop them and sprinkle them over a salad because they are so rich in healthy fats and minerals. A small handful is all that you need each day.
And what is our final nut in this nerve soother category, Doctor?
Our final nut in this group is one that is much more common and easier to find in American grocery stores. It is the hazelnut.
Hazelnuts are fantastic because they are one of the best natural food sources of vitamin E. Vitamin E is what is known as a fat-soluble antioxidant. This is very important because our nerve cells are protected by that fatty membrane, the myelin sheath we keep mentioning. Because vitamin E is fat-soluble, it has a unique ability to get into that fatty layer and act as a powerful shield protecting the delicate nerve from the oxidative stress and damage that naturally happens as we age. It's another example of how nature provides the perfect tool for the job, a fat-soluble vitamin, to protect a fatty part of our body. It's a wonderful design that we are truly blessed to be able to understand and support through our simple food choices.
So, the first group of nuts we discussed helps to soothe and protect the delicate nerves. Now that we have calmed the communication lines, we must provide the raw materials to rebuild the structure around them. This includes the collagen in our skin, the tendons that connect muscle to bone, and the ligaments that hold our joints together. This brings us to our second category of nuts, the collagen and tissue builders.
Okay, Doctor. So this category is all about providing the direct building blocks for repair. What is the first and most common nut in this group?
The first is the most popular nut in America, and for very good reason. It is the almond. Almonds are a wonderful source of many of the key nutrients your body needs to build and maintain healthy tissue. To get the most benefit from them and to make them easier for an older person to digest, I often recommend my patients soak their raw almonds in a bowl of water overnight before eating them. This simple step helps to activate their natural enzymes and makes the nutrients inside more available to your body.
That is a great traditional tip. And from a scientific perspective, almonds are a perfect example of a builder nut. They are packed with several key nutrients for this job. First, they are a great source of manganese. This is a trace mineral that acts as a critical helper molecule or cofactor for the enzymes that are responsible for producing collagen and other essential components of our connective tissue. Simply put, you need manganese to build these tissues properly. Second, they contain biotin, another B vitamin that is famous for its role in healthy hair and nails, but it is also essential for the health of our skin and our nerve tissue. And third, as the source material you provided points out, almonds are a good source of two specific amino acids, lysine and arginine. Lysine is a primary structural piece of the collagen molecule itself, and arginine helps the body produce nitric oxide, which improves blood flow to deliver all of these building blocks to the tissues that need them. It is a very complete package for tissue support.
And a simple small handful, about 15 to 20 almonds per day, is a wonderful and effective habit to provide your body with this deep support.
So almonds are a fantastic and very common option. But the next nut on your list, doctor, is very uncommon. I admit I had never even heard of it before I read your notes for this video. Let's talk about the Peru nut, which I believe is also called the baru nut. What makes this one so special for building tissue?
Yes, the baru nut. It grows in the savanna region of Brazil called the Cerrado. It is not well known yet in America, but it is a true powerhouse of important minerals for repair and for protection. It is especially rich in two minerals that are crucial for older adults, zinc and selenium.
And those two minerals are absolutely critical for the body's repair systems. Zinc is essential for hundreds of different enzyme functions in the body, including those responsible for wound healing and tissue regeneration. If you are low in zinc, your body's ability to repair itself is significantly slowed down. But the selenium is the real secret weapon in this nut. Your body uses the mineral selenium to produce its most powerful internally made antioxidant, a molecule called glutathione. Glutathione is the master protector of all of our cells. It defends our collagen, our skin cells, and our nerve cells from the constant daily damage of oxidative stress. By eating selenium-rich foods like baru nuts, you are giving your body the direct raw material it needs to build its own best defense system.
And they have a wonderful taste that is somewhere between a peanut and a cashew. They are delicious, eaten as a simple snack. As I said, they are still difficult to find in regular grocery stores, but they are becoming more and more available in health food stores and from reputable sellers online.
It's just amazing to think about these powerful foods that exist in different parts of the world. It's a blessing that we are now able to discover and share the benefits of these gifts from nature with everyone. And speaking of our global community, we love to hear from all of you. To help us see our community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We are so grateful to be able to connect with you.
We have soothed the nerves and provided the building materials for the tissues. Now we come to our final and most powerful category of nuts. These are rare nuts that help to improve the delivery of all these healing nutrients by boosting blood circulation, and that send powerful signals for regeneration. This is our final category, the circulation and regeneration boosters.
This is a very exciting category, Doctor. What is the first nut in this group? I know the name is very unusual, water caltrip.
Yes, the water caltrip, which is sometimes called a water chestnut seed. It is a very unique aquatic nut that has been used in traditional Asian medicine for centuries to support the body's healing processes. But I must start with a very important warning for everyone watching. It must be cooked thoroughly. It should never, ever be eaten raw.
That is a critical safety point. And what makes this unique nut so special for regeneration? The source material I read mentioned a compound called ellagic acid.
Yes, that is one of its key components. It is a powerful antioxidant that helps the body in a special way.
That's right. The ellagic acid in water caltrip appears to help protect your body's existing collagen from being broken down by certain enzymes that can become overactive as we age. So it is not just about building new tissue. This compound helps you to protect the precious tissue that you still have. The source material also mentions that it can help to regulate blood sugar, which is very important for reducing the overall inflammation that can damage nerves and joints.
Our next nut in this category comes from the Amazon in South America. It is called Sacha Inchi, sometimes known as the Inca peanut. It is another powerhouse for reducing inflammation, and it is also a complete plant protein.
It really is. Sacha Inchi is one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically a type called ALA. We've talked a lot on Healthier Daily about the powerful anti-inflammatory benefits of omega-3s. For our viewers, it's helpful to know that while fish oil provides the omega-3s EPA and DHA, powerful plant sources like Sacha Inchi and flaxseed provide ALA, which the body can then convert. It's a fantastic way to fight the chronic inflammation that can be a root cause of nerve pain and joint stiffness.
And our final nut is one where most people in America know of the leaf, but not the seed. It is the ginkgo nut. Again, I must give a very strong warning: never eat ginkgo nuts raw. They contain a compound that can be toxic in their raw state. They must be cooked for at least 20 minutes to be safe. Let me tell you about a patient of mine, Walter, a 78-year-old man who suffered terribly from poor circulation. His feet were always cold as ice, and his legs felt weak and heavy after just a short walk, which made him lose his confidence to even go to the grocery store by himself. In traditional Japanese cuisine, we sometimes add cooked ginkgo nuts to savory rice dishes and soups. I suggested he try this, adding just 5 to 10 cooked nuts to his soup a few times a week. The change was gradual, but after 2 months, he reported that the heavy, tired feeling in his legs was much better, and his feet were not as cold in the evenings. He had started walking with his wife in the local park again.
That is a wonderful story, and the science is very specific. The ginkgo nut, not the leaf extract that people take for memory, contains unique compounds called ginkgolides and bilobalide. These compounds are known to improve what is called microcirculation. That means they help to open up the tiniest blood vessels in your body, the small capillaries in your hands, your feet, and your brain. This is crucial for getting oxygen and nutrients to the very ends of the nerve pathways, which is why it can be so effective for that tingling and weakness. It's truly a blessing that these ancient plants hold such powerful and specific keys to our health. Now, Doctor, you've just described several incredible nuts: water caltrop, Sacha Inchi, ginkgo, and the baru nuts we mentioned earlier. Our viewers in America are not going to find these next to the almonds at their local Kroger or Publix. This is a real challenge. What is your practical advice for finding them?
That is a very practical and important question. It requires a little bit of detective work. First, for nuts like ginkgo and water caltrop, the best place to look is in a large Asian market or grocery store. They are often sold in cans or in vacuum-sealed packages already prepared. Second, for nuts like Sacha Inchi and the baru nuts, you should look in a large health food store or a specialty food store. They are becoming more popular in America. Finally, all of these nuts can now be found through reputable sellers online. It is very important to read the reviews and choose a company that is well known for providing high-quality fresh products. And if you cannot find the whole nuts, sometimes you can find them as a high-quality oil or powder, which can also provide many of the benefits.
Doctor, this has been an incredible journey through some of the world's most powerful and, for many of us, unknown nuts. You've given us a complete system for fighting back against the tingling hands and weak legs that so many seniors experience. You've shown us the nerve soothers like macadamia nuts, the tissue builders like almonds, and the powerful circulation boosters like ginkgo nuts. This is a wonderful food-based approach for people who are struggling with chronic joint pain. This information is so important for our overall senior health. By providing our bodies with these very specific nutrients, we can begin to address the root causes of the joint pain that can limit so many lives and steal our joy. This is a new frontier in proactive senior health. It's a practical daily way to manage your joint pain and improve your mobility and confidence.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. Do not accept tingling weakness or pain as your destiny. Your body is sending you a message. It is asking you for very specific tools to do its repair work. Nature, in His great wisdom, has provided these tools for us, sometimes in very humble and unexpected packages. You must simply have the wisdom to find them and the consistency to use them every day.
That is a beautiful message, Doctor. To have the wisdom to find these tools. It is a true blessing that we live in a time where we can learn about these amazing foods that God has created all over the world to support our health. And of course, the wisest first step is always to speak with your personal doctor or a registered dietitian before adding new or unusual foods to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or are taking medications. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes. It is not a substitute for the direct medical advice of your own trusted physician. If you found this guide helpful and eye-opening, please give this video a like so that others can find this vital information, and be sure to share it with a friend or family member who might be struggling with these exact symptoms. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free and it ensures you will not miss our next deep dive into natural health. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know, which of these unique nuts were you most surprised to learn about today? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience helps our entire community learn and grow. Thank you for being with us. Be well and be strong.